Can AI help you properly predict the stock market and know what to invest in week after week? And can you ask it for advice? And if so, which one? Which AI do you actually use? I've been asking myself those questions and I'm just like, wonder if I could actually put this to the test. I wonder if I could take some of my own money and actually follow different advice from different AIs and actually make money? Hmm. I've been wondering that same question. I've also been wondering, if so, what AI do I use? What AI is there one that's better than the other? Are there some that are designed for investing? So I've been doing a lot of investigation and I was wondering, I'm like, can I use AI and follow its advice and actually make money? Then which one do I use? So I was like, maybe I ought to put all this to the test. And we're going to be doing that on the several videos. Every Monday, I'm going to be releasing a new video where showing you where I am with investing, what advice it's given me, how well each AI is doing. This is going to be awesome. See, I actually love investing. I've done that like for a long time now. I love it, but I've been very curious because AI is everywhere. And I've been very curious if it could actually help me. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this season of my life. I'm going to be investing some of my own money. That's going to be real money. And I'll show you some of this is going to be paper trading, but some of this is going to be my own money. And I'm going to show you. So I'm actually going to be investing some of my own money. I'm curious, starting here in September 2025. Some of you may be watching this a little bit later than that, but I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep doing this and I'm going to see how long it actually takes for me to actually make some money. Maybe it's right away, maybe not. But I've been actually testing this out for actually about a month now. And I'm like, I think it's time to actually like restart like a test and actually do this for real and show you guys. So, but first, before we get started, I actually wanted to just give you a note here. I am not a financial advisor. I am not saying that you need to follow my advice. Like you need to actually do exactly what it says here. And, I'll actually go ahead and pop this up full screen here. This is very, very important. Like investing involves risk, it involves like including the loss of principal. So, always do your own research. This is your own decisions. I'm actually just showing you so I'm actually just showing you my experience here. So that's just a disclaimer before we get started, a legal disclaimer and everything and I'm not claiming to be a financial advisor. I'm just showing you my experience and this is going to be a lot of fun. So you can actually watch me make money or lose money and have fun at it, laughing at me while you're at it. Not at all. Ooh. All right. I got to be cautious with the cups too. Okay. So this is what we're going to be doing here. I'll go ahead and show you. So for this whole test, we're going to be using 4 different AIs. There is a Grok. Most of y'all have heard of ChatGPT, Grok, and then Google has Gemini, and then there is another one called AInvest AInvest, and it's actually designed specifically for giving you advice on stocks and investing and everything. And so I found out about that one. I was like, maybe maybe it'll give some good advice. I don't know. We'll see. So, and then this is my prediction right now, that maybe Grok will be in second place, ChatGPT will be in third, Gemini will be in fourth, and AI Invest will win it all out. Who knows? That's just what I'm predicting, based on this test I've been doing for the last month. So we'll see. So which one do you think is actually gonna win? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear about that. I'm actually, I'm curious myself. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I've been doing it for like 1 month just to test this out and see if it'd be a valid videos to do. But, you know, So I don't know which one, but I want to hear from you. Which one do you think is going to win? This is just my prediction, and so you tell me. So what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be asking each AI. So I'm going to make this a fair thing across the board. I'm going to be asking each AI the same question, and I'm going to be using the free versions of all of these. I'm not going to be using the more complex versions or the paid versions of them all, just to kind of show you where they are all at their base level. Each AI, I'm going to ask them the same question each week. And I'm going to start with a question like, which three stocks are the best stocks to buy right now with the most growth potential over the next year and pays the highest dividends? That'll kind of be my first question. It's kind of a long question, but I want to hear from you because different things can change. I'm going to change the question every week, most weeks. Sometimes I'll just ask for one stock, maybe a similar question, what stock it is to buy right now. Maybe I'll get rid of the dividend thing. I like dividend stocks. I don't know. So if you have some advice for me, like what questions should I ask? I want to hear that in the comments too. Like if you want to know, like let's say things are happening in the car industry, like the auto industry, maybe something is going on with AI stocks and the computer industry and cryptocurrency or whatever it may be. I'm not going to be doing any in crypto right now. It'll mainly just be stocks itself. We can do another test in crypto later, but this is, I'm just curious about stocks itself. So that's going to be, I'm going to ask it each same question. And each week, I'm going to invest the same amount of money like for each one. So for example, if they say different stocks, if one of those stocks is $100 and one of them is at $10, instead of actually buying the same amount of stocks in each of those companies, whatever it picks, I'm going to actually put the same amount of money in each week. That way, is equal playing field. So they have a chance to pick whatever they want, and I will buy that amount of money worth of stocks that week for pertaining to whatever advice it actually gives. Hopefully that's not too complicated. But I'm gonna do that every single week and until run out of this $10,000 cap. So we're gonna start out at $10,000. Now, if an AI actually tells me to pick more than like if it gives me advice, if I ask for 3 and it gives me 5, I'm gonna pick the first 3 that it actually gives me. I'm not gonna worry about the other 2. And then, like what I was saying a second ago, the stocks will no longer, I will no longer purchase stocks after the $10,000 limit is reached, with the exception of I'm going to start asking it on this next slide. I'll tell you once the $10,000 limit is reached. So let me just tell you again. So this one, I'm gonna do $10,000 worth of stocks in each category. So, and ChatGPT is gonna get 10,000, Grok is gonna get 10,000, AInvest is gonna get 10,000, and Gemini is gonna get 10,000. They're all gonna get 10,000, and I'm actually curious, so they're all gonna be an even playing field. And then once the $10,000 limit is reached, I'm gonna start asking additional questions of which stocks. I'm gonna give it a list of what it bought, and I'm gonna say which ones, if any, should I sell. So then I'll sell some and then follow that up with buying more as well. So I think that's gonna be a fun little way of doing it, fun little test. Um, and then I'm gonna keep track of it. I have a uh, really actually awesome Excel spreadsheet that I'm gonna keep an investment tracker, and we're gonna actually track the progress as we go along. Now I'm gonna be doing these videos once a week, and we're gonna track the progress. Monday nights, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna show you once the YouTube video or once the YouTube channel grows even more, and I'll be able to even do live streams. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. I'm really, really excited. So I want to hear from you. Which one do you think is going to win? AI Invest, Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini, I'm actually doing what I call a race to double. Which one do I think? So that's a whole nother thing I'm going to do. Not just which one's going to do better, which one can double my money first. Hopefully it doesn't lose it. Again, this is my prediction. I could be wrong. I think AI Invest will win. Grok will be a close second. And then ChatGPT and Gemini will be further behind. And again, I'm using the free versions of all of these. And yeah, this is gonna be this is gonna be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get out of here, and I will show you right now what we have going on. So this is chat, and we have AI Invest right here, and we have Grok, and then also here is Gemini. So we're going to ask it the same question, and I'm going to be processing them at the same time. Actually, but before we get started, I want to show you something. Before I ask that question, I want to show you right now. I'm going to bring my investment tracker over here. I want to show you what I've actually been doing. And this is the tracker that I've been using to keep track of, what I've been doing over the last month. So 1 month ago, I asked it all four of them the exact same question. So July 28th, so a little bit more than a month, I asked it the same question. What three stocks should I buy and that has the greatest potential for growth and also pays high dividends? So these are the answers that they gave me. So AI Invest said First Financial Corporation, ConocoPhillips, ExxonMobil. ChatGPT said Total Energies, Mid America. Oh, sorry, this is not Chat. This is This is Chat. I don't know why I have Grok up there. Got to change my name, make sure I don't. Oops. All right, so now I have that up there. All right, so this is what Chat said, this is what Grok said, and this is what Gemini said. Then I noticed something as I'm going through here, and maybe you can see this too. I noticed that both Grok and Gemini gave me the same one. Now, all the rest are different. I thought that was interesting in itself. But so what I decided to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and I don't know if it's the right decision or not. You can actually let me know in the comments what you think. I created this whole other one called AI Roundtable, and this is one where only stocks that multiple AIs recommend are going to go in here. And so each week I'm going to give all four of them, and this will be a fifth one, like the same amount of money. So again, we're going to start with $10,000, but I'm actually not going to invest the full $10,000 each week. They'll have the same amount. And this one, I decided to do 2,100. And so this first week, we're going to actually invest 2,100, and we're going to start with that. So I know some of you may be like, well, hey, you need to invest all of it, all that kind of stuff. No, 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 no. I don't like doing it that way. I want to actually give it a little bit of time and make sure it'll be given different amounts each week, but it'll be the same amount across the board until we run out of the 10,000. So we'll see. But this one, I've actually been really curious because in the last month, this one has actually gone up. Let's see, 11%. So what I'm tracking is I'm tracking the total change. Here's the change based on the day. And this Excel sheet attaches to the stock market. So this will be the change on the day. Here's what the current price is. Here's what I purchased it at, or what it was at on July 28th. And then, I purchased it, I think, the next morning. But, this has actually gone up 2%. Overall, this is overall gain 11% for that one stock. So the overall gain from starting at $10,000 is at 2%. The overall gain is at 0% right now for Gemini, even though Gemini did have one of the it did pick that one stock, so that's gone up 11, but then the other two have gone down. Grok is at 1% and they picked 11 but all three of those that they picked have actually gained over the last month. So that's a good thing. Chat, one of them's gone down, two of them have gone up. They're at about 0% too. They haven't gone up. And AInvest, all three that they picked have also gained. So I'm actually just really curious. Will this continue? AInvest is about 1% too. And as you can tell, AInvest and Grok is actually a little bit further ahead. So good job, Grok. So maybe my prediction is wrong. Maybe Grok's gonna hold out. So I'm gonna keep doing this every week until I double my money. That's what I'm gonna do. And all of these, just to be full transparency, Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini, all of them. This is all going to be paper trading. This is not going to be, I'm not going to be trading real money, but where my real money is going to be, I'm actually going to do any of them that they agree on, like this one here, then I actually will be putting my own money in that because I figure that's seems to be the best thing that happened over the last month. So we'll just see because I was like, do I pick one? No, as I'm going to pick which ones they all agree on. So, man, this is going to be fun. This is awesome. So, let's get started. Who wants to know what do you think like is going to be happening here? I really don't know. Now, don't worry about it. I'm actually going to be changing these, so we're going to keep these 3. And so I'm going to be asking the same question and then so let me move this out of the way here. And so we're going to be asking these the same questions and then I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet and we're actually gonna see what this does. So let's get started. So I'm gonna type this up here. So what stock? Again, I want to hear from you. I want to know like what questions do you think I should ask? Maybe whether you're a seasoned trader or not, whether you're just curious. I want to know because maybe that'll help me. Maybe you have some good advice for me. So, anyways, this is gonna be awesome. So, what stock? What? Let's do same thing. What 3 stocks are the best to buy right now that have the highest growth potential? So, um, I want to do over the next, let's just say 12 months. Over the next 12 months. And pay high dividends. All right. So that'll be the question. And before I hit go, I'm going to copy the same question into each of these and we're going to click go all around the same time. Now, some of them ask you follow-up questions. So we're gonna we're gonna see what this is, but it's the same exact question. I copied the same exact question to all of these. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually really, really excited about this. So, um, and some of these, like when I was doing the test, just to FYI, it actually took like, um, I think, Gemini like 5 minutes to process something. ChatGPT was really quick. AInvest was somewhat quick, and Grok was somewhat quick as well. So we're going to see how this goes. All right, y'all ready? I don't know why I'm excited about this. I've been like dreaming about this for a while, so this is cool. All right, so we're going to start ChatGPT. We're going to click. Let me pop this up here so y'all can see that. Let me click go on that one first. Then we'll click go on AInvest. Now we'll come down here and we will click go on Grok and then go on Gemini. All right, so let me see. Their deep thinking looks like chat is coming up with answers quite quickly, actually. Um, and then Grok is still thinking, and you have an option to do a quick answer. But this is again, this is all free. So if it's going to take a little bit of time to think, then I'm going to let it do that. Um, but now that ChatGPT came back really quick, I am going to go ahead and copy this over. And then this gives you all the information. It's kind of interesting. They give you a lot of really, really cool information. Um, so again, it's going to be the top picks. So chat also said bonus mentions. So you can pick those two, whatever you want to do. But this week we're going to start out with $2,100 out of the 10,000. And so I'm going to come over here to make sure they're not doing some follow-up questions. Okay, so Gemini is saying they cannot provide specific stock recommendations. Um, so they don't want to they just like what I was saying at the beginning, they don't want to do the financial advice to give you or whatever. So I'm not actually doing that either. I'm not giving you financial advice. Just a reminder, this is so but let's see if it actually gives me okay. Okay, so examples of stocks often mentioned in that category. So it's gonna put a couple of stocks in there, then then it's gonna give you a little bit of a warning. Let's go ahead and click have Gemini create a detailed research report on this topic. Let's just see if that comes up with. So like I said, they give you they're all different. So it's very, very interesting. So let me see what AInvest is saying here. All right, so they are mentioning, um, strangely enough, they're actually doubling down on this other one that's already grown a little bit. Let me close out of that. I don't want to, so everybody can read that. All right, so let's go ahead and bring our Excel sheet back over here. Now, something else I was going to show you here. I actually have a whole little, I'll zoom in here a little bit for you. A whole little thing here I think is really, really cool. So, a really, really cool part of this. So, I'm calling it like a race to times two. And so far, this is the value of each of the areas. So, again, the AI roundtable is the one that's winning right now at 2.3%. But this red right here that's my target. So right now they're all right around 100%, but my target is to actually get to being double. See if any of them can double my money, if not more. I gave it a little bit more margin there. And yeah, so this is all based on the information that I had already asked. So let's go ahead and do this here. So in my little spreadsheet here, it actually, like I said, it attaches with the stock market. And so all I have to do is change that information and um, it should connect. Maybe I got the wrong RIO. What's RIO? Okay, so maybe there's a different way of doing this here. Let's see. Rio Tinto. All right, so I guess I got to type the name instead of the symbol. So it looks that up, and then it will actually, um, and then the current price right here, 62.72. That actually is attaches to the stock market. So when I'll come here is I'll then type that my purchase price is exactly that amount, 62.72. And I'm going to give it $700. So all three of these, they're going to be $700 each. So, so now let's see what the next one is. AES Corporation. All right, I found that. And current price is 13.54. So I'm going to do 13.54 on that one. And $700 again. And basically, if you notice here, it's changing the amount of stocks that I'm going to be buying with this. And again, this one here is paper trading. And then, so this is going to be pretty awesome. So the next one here that it is saying is Exelon Corporation. So we put this in here. So thought about it for a second. Now, its current price is 43.68. So 43.68. Boom. So again, it changes how many I'm allowed to buy. Now, you do have a way, if you've never bought stocks before, there is a way to purchase partial shares if you have enough in there. I have a Charles Schwab account, so I can. But again, this is trading. So um, if you wanted just to round this up or down, you can. But for the purpose of our test here, I'm going to keep this even. So all of this should start out at 10,000, just like what I have right here. And then I do have a spot for if I sell some later. These are just examples. I'm going to leave them in there right now. And then also a spot for dividends and then what the purchase date is going to be. So September 1st is the holidays. So this is going to be September 2nd. So, and then as I go through here, I'll be adding more columns as we purchase more stocks. Now, if it tells me the same amount of stocks, I'm going to go in here and buy more of those same kind of stocks, and then I'll average out the purchase price. Okay, so that's what ChatGPT said. Now, let's see what the next one is here. AInvest. We'll go ahead and do that one. They are doubling down, like I said, on the ABBV. So we're going to go ahead and actually, what's funny, AInvest was not one of the ones that said ABBV last time. So I think that's kind of interesting. So now they are saying that. I wonder if one of the other ones going to come back and say the same thing. Oh, I messed up again. Oh, wait, it did come through with the symbol. I guess that one symbol just didn't work that other time. All right. So current price is 210. So purchase price, we change that to 210.40, exactly what that is. And then again, $700 for each one. Now let's see what the next one is. ENB. Let's see if it allows me to do just the symbol on that one. There it goes. Yay. All right. $700 purchase price. So current price is 48.34. Change that. And then we're going to come here. We're going to say next one is WPC. Again, these ones that were here before were just for test. So there we go. And current price is 67.10. All right. So these are lined up 2100. Everything's good to go. So with AI Invest, and again, so I have placeholders over here for whenever we're going to sell them. Going to change this to September 2nd from the other sheet. Now I think we're going to have Grok. Let's see what Grok came up with. It's so funny. They're all different. This is so crazy. It's amazing how I have no idea why. Like, are they just accessing different sheets or something? I don't know. Okay, so let's QFIN. Grok is going to say QFIN. All right. There we go. QFIN. Current price 29.12. Change that. $700 would get us that many shares. Next. Shutterstock. Interesting. All right. So wait, what was that again? SSTK. SSTK. All right. Current price 20.93. Then third one is Omega Healthcare Investors. All right. OHI. OHI. All right. So, and then current price is 42.57. All right, we are good to go. So 2100 again for all of these. And now we go over to Gemini. And what does Gemini say? They were the ones that didn't want to try again without deep research. They were the ones that were giving me trouble last time. Let's see. Um, Analyze reports. Okay. Start research. So this is the one that actually took a little while then. But for now, I want to go ahead and show you um, here. So far, let's go ahead and review what, while they're doing that, what we've actually gotten. So AI Invest is saying ABBV, ENB, WPC. ChatGPT says RIO, AES, and Exelon Corporation. Grok is saying, this is just crazy, QFNI, and then Shutterstock, and then Omega Healthcare Investors. So I'm actually really curious what Gemini comes back with because, like I said, what I want to do with the AI Roundtable is I actually want to put on here whatever, if there's any of these stocks that actually are the same. But it is amazing. So ever since I've been testing this out, I've been playing with it. I get on my phone, hey, what stock should I get? They all give different answers on a regular basis. So then which one do you follow? And I don't know, like, or which one should I follow? I don't know. So it's really interesting. So what I'm going to follow now is I'm going to follow if any of them say the same thing. If they don't, I'm actually like, I'm not going to buy any until, like, with my own personal cash, until they actually say something um that may be all the same. So let's see if Gemini comes back with anything here. They are still, um, Gemini is still thinking. So we'll actually let Gemini keep going here. But yeah, I want to hear from you in the comments and just like, what do you think? What do you think about this? My whole goal with this is just to show you my experience Again, I'm not an investment advisor, a financial advisor, or anything like that. I just love I love investing, and I love technology. I love investing. Some of you may be able to even go check out my other channel called Lightning Mike, and I actually just talk about my electric truck, and so that's a whole nother channel that I do. And I just because I love technology, I love investing and everything. So I hope this has actually been a fun like experience for you to kind of check this out. So let's see. All right. This is a detailed report for something. So let's see if it's actually going to give me any answers. Let's see. It is still saying right now those three stocks that are typically in that category. So hopefully it doesn't keep giving me the same ones, but we're going to go ahead and put those in. For Gemini, it's going to say Microsoft. It's kind of interesting that Google is recommending buying Microsoft stock. So we're going to put Microsoft in there, and Microsoft current price 506. So now if I'm not able to get very much, then that is what it is. I mean, even if it's only one stock, a half a stock or whatever, if it actually tells me to get um, you know, Berkshire Hathaway stock. I mean, that would be like this a very, very small amount. But I don't know what it's gonna do. So whatever it tells me, that's what I'm gonna put down. So Broadcom, so AVGO, AVGO, and that one current price 297.39. It's interesting, it's picking higher price stocks. Okay. And then Verizon is another one. I actually already own some Verizon personally. All right. 44.23. Okay, well, there you have it. So I got theirs in. And I'm actually going to go ahead and when I'm done with the video, I'm going to be saving these things and just saying what they actually suggest. And that way, kind of keep them in like a little category or whatever, or like a little file, just kind of file them away. This is what one said week one, week two, and everything like that. So, because I want to save that information for sure. Now, if you look at my spreadsheet here, this is something that um, I'm gonna be just it's really, really good spreadsheet to keep track of everything. Um, so this day change is again, and the current price is all connected, and Microsoft and the symbol and everything like that is all connected directly to the stock market. That's pretty cool. And then I have formulas in each one of these other ones to tell me what the value is. And so I'm actually, except for this, I'm going to be the manually entering in these numbers. This is just the same as what I already had. So then it'll come in here and over time it'll tell me the total change. And again, what I'll do is I'll come in here and I will insert a new, so next week I'll insert a whole new field here or a whole new tab and then we will enter in a different one. So let's say they have a whole nother one and that is I don't know, let's just put Verizon down here again. So Verizon will then, and then I'll put the amount here again, and it'll give me, what the purchase price. I'll just have to put in, and then all these different formulas and everything will work. So that I'll just continue to do that each week. I'll keep adding in more. I'm gonna get rid of that though. And we're going to save this. This is going to be from the first week. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I want to take up too much time here. I just wanted to actually just show you my experience. I hope you're enjoying this. This is really, really exciting for me. And and again, we're gonna like this one here. I'm gonna delete this because like right now there are none. They're like so AI roundtable is there's basically none that that's just so interesting. That is so interesting. Every single one of these. So let me go ahead and show you here. Every single one of these. This is so a little summary here. AInvest is telling me to do these three. ChatGPT is telling me to do these three. Grok is telling me to do these three. And Gemini is telling me to do these three. All of them are different. All of them are different stocks. So this is how I know this is going to be a good little competition because they all give you different advice. If they're all giving me the same advice, then um then it might be a little bit closer. But this is going to be interesting. We're going to keep this going. So join me again next week and we're going to keep this going. And again, you know, I I'm just excited about this and I'm showing you my experience. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not telling you to go out and buy these stocks. I'm actually just showing you my experience. And because I am excited about growing financially and increasing and showing people how I do it. And maybe, um, maybe there's something that you can see from my experience after you doing your own research and everything like that, that you can actually take and apply to your life because I want you to plan for increase in your own life. And I'm excited about that. I'm going to be doing a whole lot more videos about that, different from AI investing, and I'm writing a book on it. So be looking forward to that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name's Michael, and I want you to plan for increase.